The perfect recipe for yearning and pining in a romance book involves some of the following tropes: forbidden romance, angst, slow burn, sometimes rivals to lovers and enemies to lovers, though I've seen it done with friends to lovers. That's the recipe for me. The first step is Waking Olivia by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is an enemies to lovers slow burn with a heavy dose of forbidden love. Though it's college age, not high school, that's not my jam. College. The guarded track star who has a very mysterious and dangerous past, and the gruff coach who does not want to help but finds himself kind of determined to help her, all the while fighting a mutual attraction. Next up is The Bronze Horseman, which is my actual favorite book ever. It's by Paulina Simons. It's an epic historical romance with themes of forbidden love. There's even a little bit of a love triangle in here, which I normally don't love, but I absolutely loved it in this. And of course, also a slow burn. It follows a soldier for the Red Army at the cusp of World War II and a young Russian girl who fall in love, literally like the day before the invasion. They meet the day before the invasion. There's so many secrets. This book will gut you and you will thank it for it. It's devastating. There's survival, there's loss, there's guilt. So angsty, and you won't be able to put it down. It is my duty in life, my goal, to get more people to read this book. It kind of on that historical fiction sort of train is a paranormal romance called Vampires of El Norte. It's by Isabel Cañas, and it involves tropes like childhood friends to lovers, like wartime survival once again, and forbidden love. It's like a supernatural, gothic, like Western, and it involves a healer and her childhood sweetheart who doesn't come from money like she does. There's like the forbidden love aspect. And these two reunite during the Texas and Mexico War. And together they have to face the monster that tore them apart. And it feels weirdly still historical fiction, even though clearly it's like paranormal fantasy. It just really walked that line. I loved this book. There's so much yearning, and you get both perspectives. And oh my god, especially his yearning. Oh, Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair is a recent love for me. It is a urban fantasy with slow burn, forbidden love elements, kind of like film noir vibes. It's about an outcast thief and a powerful like mafia style ruler, which like, yes, mafia, but not like in the way that you're thinking mafia. More of like a film noir kind of mafia. And they uncover the truth about this magical kind of cursed dagger. And they kind of have a long history. They're from feuding, again, like quote unquote mafia style families, ruling families. And there's a lot of like lore behind this, but just trust me when I say forbidden romance. I loved the love interest in this. He just, perfect, loved him. Next up is The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. This has no spice. A couple of these don't, like the last one didn't. I don't know why I only made a note of it here. But it's a forced proximity, reverse grumpy sunshine contemporary rom-com about a tough but underestimated bodyguard who ends up having to, like, as a disguise, like, date, not really, the person who she is bodyguarding, who is kind of like this A-list celebrities, to, like, you know, give their reason to be why they are seen together because he's being stalked. It was so fun and good, and like it kind of got me emotionally, which I did not see coming, especially the main character, Hannah Brooks, just like really spoke to me on a soul level. Up next is kind of a niche one, but some of you may totally be in this niche with me. It's called Embers by Claire Kent. It's part of the Kindled series, which is a post-apocalyptic romance series. This is a novella-length one. There's age gap, forbidden romance, forced proximity, grumpy sunshine, and of course like survival and slow burn. The female main character surviving in this like apocalyptic wasteland world with her boyfriend and her boyfriend's father, and her boyfriend ends up dying, and those like the father and her like end up like staying together as people surviving for a while, and she's into him like after years, I think, and there's this very big forbidden element to it, and I think it's probably my favorite one in like that whole Kindled universe series. And I would be remiss to not mention Beach Read by Emily Henry. It's an opposites attract, rivals to lovers, slow burn, grumpy sunshine. It's about two writers who end up challenging each other to write each other's genre, which are totally opposites, along with their personalities are opposite, over the summer as a challenge to each other. And of course, feelings don't just come up out of nowhere. I can't say that because they actually knew each other back in college and they totally had a thing for each other. People would meet on vacation. This was actually the first book I thought of when I thought of the idea for this video. Talk about slow burn. The forced proximity, the whole friends to lovers, like, do they like me that way? Do they not like me that way? Like, that's the epitome of this book. So it's estranged best friends and formal travel companions reunite. Something went really epically wrong. They spent years apart and is trying to, I don't know, get their friendship back, basically. In her quest for this, everything is going wrong, and it kind of goes between before they had this big break of problem when he's like really happy and whatever, and then the current issue of everything going wrong and like trying to rebuild it and just like desperately clutching at stuff. And it feels very much like, I don't know, kind of like a rom-com movie, this one felt like specifically. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I do have a part 2 coming up. If you do like this, let me know and I'll be sure to make that. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.